A generational curse is nothing more than an invitation that comes around every generation that you have to actually accept.
Yes.
What we call, we need to break the generational curse of this, and we need to break the generational curse of that. Yes. Well, the generational curse is nothing more than an invitation that you have to accept.
Yes.
It's going to come every generation.
Yes.
Hey, I had your mama in poverty. I had your grandmama in poverty. I had your great grandmama in poverty.
And the way I see it, you're no different.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you want to be an impoverished soul too. So
want to join the party?
Yeah. You want to go ahead and take this mentality on, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Hey, your granddaddy was a hoe, and your daddy was a hoe,
Yes.
and your great grandfather was a hoe,
Yes.
and everybody in your family was womanizing. Want to know if you want to have 14 babies out of wedlock?
Yes. And where
Oh, there's another one.
Hey, your mama had low self-esteem and depression, and your grandmama had low self-esteem and depression, and I just figured you look depressed today. So would you like to accept this invitation to another whole life of generational depression as well? It's the generational curse is an invitation that's coming once a generation, but you have to accept it.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
It don't just jump on you out the womb and shake you down and choke you out. You got to make a decision if you want to live like that or not.
It is your choice.
you can't conquer what you won't confront. And I believe thoroughly that we thought about generational curses in terms of like God taking some demon and sicking it on us. You know what I'm saying?
or like
sick them, go get them. You know
or
what I'm
like
saying? And
when you come together in that merger or when a new baby is born, it's like the mentality of God restarts a covenant.
Yes.
He doesn't restart it.
Right.
that thing is
That's right.
it's flowing.
So there's no gap.
thousands of generations.
Well, okay, so then let's also counterbalance it by saying that a generational blessing is an invitation that comes once a generation, and you have to accept it.
You have to accept it.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you said something earlier that you had to work through, and this is the key. It's identity.
That's correct.
At the end of the day, and this was not, when I was 13, identity was trying to get the latest Bulls jersey, some Dickies, and you know what I mean?
Some Dickies. Oh, you just dated yourself, fam.
Yes, I did.
Child, you dated both of us with that.
Come on.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I remember where I was.
Yes, sir.
I know the songs that was out. I know
Yep.
everything.
I
Listen.
love it.
Dickies
I
and
love
some
it.
kids,
Yes.
some KEDS.
Yes. We was literally talking about those yesterday. We was talking about kids yesterday. Day before yesterday. So and so here we are. Identity was, for me and my community, like, can you have sex before a certain age? How many you banging?
Right.
Identity was, being a great athlete and all this other stuff. And no, I wasn't. Now for my dad, 100%, he was proud of his name, and family was everything to my dad. Family was like religion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You take care of your mama. You take care of your dad.
Yeah.
You honor your elders and all that. So there was also this invitation from my dad and my mom that taught me to be respectful of elders and family and all that stuff. And yet, I didn't understand that even God was doing the same thing.
Yep.
That there's something attached to His name
Yes.
that He wants you to embrace, that you need to honor. And if you do it, that poverty, I don't give a dang on it what system exists in this world that you think is trying to keep you down.
That's right.
I don't care who the man is. I don't care any.
Because I don't care who the man is.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I bet you I don't.
Yeah.
Listen, and God will raise you up.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, he will.
And let me tell you something. This is the part right here where I've told my kids.
Yeah.
I told them.
Yeah.
I said, look, and I've watched y'all.
Yeah.
With the boys, grab them, speaking identity over them,
Absolutely.
loving on them before they go to bed. Like,
Absolutely.
this is real.
That's exactly
it
right.
is.
And I'm sitting here, I told my kids, don't you ever in your life say that something's too expensive for you, don't you say that something is too far? And I'm not talking about being a poor steward.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm saying expensive is relative to how you see yourself.
That's exactly.
That's right.
That's absolutely.
And if it's required for you to accomplish your kingdom assignment,
that's right.
Then He'll make that way for you.
Absolutely correct.
You can have a limiting belief on yourself.
That's right.
That'll prevent you from entering into promise.
That's right.
Because you think it's too expensive. It's
That's
too
right.
high.
Yeah. That's right.
Too high up. And I'm just like, who told you that?
That's right.
Nobody,
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so this is where this gets personal for my wife and I, because we all about on that bet.
Yep.
On that bet, I type that in and say legacy maker because that's real for us.
Yes, I love it.
The one thing, if I could look at myself now and I say, what did I discover about this kid?
Yep.
Is that yes, he was a survivor, but now he's an overcomer, and it's grown into how do I see Sean and Lynette and my kids? We're legacy makers.
Yep.
At the end of the day, how you gonna remember me when I'm gone?
That's right.
How did my life reflect the glory of God, and how did my name
That's right.
mean something?
That's right.
That partnered with heaven to accomplish His agenda.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I didn't do that, then what was I doing?
Yeah.
You can say hell.
What the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
Like honestly, just and I mean it in a literal sense.
Yep.
Because it's like hell has a plan for my life.
That's right.
And I bought into it.
Yep.
And I gave it 110.
Yep.
I was all in on it.
Yeah.
And I was deceived. And now all of a sudden here I am in the kingdom, got all this Bible, all this church services, all this stuff that I done, all the conferences I attended, all the people I know.
Yep.
And what am I doing?
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yep.
What am I doing? I can't settle for just like Netflix binges and sitting there talking about who's doing what and what I didn't like about this preacher,
right.
what I don't like about that person, and what they doing. Take your mouth off of them.
That's right.
And find something to occupy yourself
That's
with.
right.
Because if you can know everything that
That's
everybody
right.
else is doing and
You
what
ain't
they're
got no
doing
life
wrong,
for your own.
what are
That's
you
right.
doing? Like what's
Occupy your time.
That's right.
until He comes.
That's
what
right.
That's what Jesus
That's
said.
right.
So I just don't understand how we got time to know the tea on everybody.
Yeah.
And everything.
We ain't drinking
and
our
you
own
ain't
tea.
done
That's
nothing.
right.
Your book ain't written. Your kids ain't
That's
raised.
right.
Your house ain't clean.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Your body ain't well kept. You ain't taking care of your own dang on self.
That's right.
And God's in heaven, and all the resources of heaven
That's right.
are available to produce what He
right.
created you for. You are His masterpiece.
Yes.
You are His workmanship.
Come on.
You literally were created to do great works before you were born. That's what
Yes.
Ephesians tells us. And they sitting here, ain't done nothing
Yeah.
but just spread what somebody else has said, or sitting there watching Fox or CNN or MSNBC and know everything about everything and ain't doing nothing. And here it is, when you get to heaven, I think it is going to be the shocker. And this hurts me.
Come on.
It hurts me because it's a waste. It
Yes.
is a waste of their God-given design.
Come on.
To have got to heaven was given 45, 50, 60 years, 70 years on this earth.
Yep.
With all the resources of heaven,
What did you do?
blood covered,
Yes.
spirit filled, fire, speaking in tongues, all this other stuff,
Yep.
and didn't do much of nothing.
Nothing.
Because we didn't understand that life is but a vapor, it's a breath.
That's
and this
right.
is preparation for the next thing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.